Welcome to Crochet ADHD. I'm your host, Jackie. If this is your first time viewing my channel, welcome. You're a one-hit wonder. I'm glad you're here. I have filmed the tutorial for the yarn cozies that I have been talking about. I just have to edit it and upload it. I really hope you like it. I have it written up, and I know that there are some people who prefer tutorials, and I know that there are some who prefer written patterns, and I'm trying to figure out I want to get it tested before I make the written pattern available. So we'll see. We'll see. So I did read everyone's comments back when I asked, or on my rant about people complaining, about like haul videos and things like that. And so what I want to do is kind of like a spin on a haul video, because while I enjoy sharing the yarn that I get with you, and I am an ambassador for a yarn company, so I love especially talking about that yarn, and I want to give you enough information to where when you purchase your yarn, you're making a good purchase, and it's not always about getting yarn simply because it's on sale. I love a good sale. Y'all know, y'all went with me through the whole Hobby Lobby crusade. So I know that, that's a thing, right? That's a very real thing. And but even with that, the yarn that I chose for the most part was yarn that is better, like a better quality than what I had first started using when I first started crocheting. So there was a comment that was made on another YouTube channel, and it's actually quite large YouTube channel, about crochet. And this is a large knitting YouTube channel, and they were trying to, the YouTubers were like, we're gonna like really push for granny squares this summer. And people in the comments were like,
I don't want to crochet because I don't want to use acrylic.
Now see, that is what I am trying to rebuff or to flip on its end, because yes, you can crochet with acrylic, but guess what? You can crochet with cotton. You can crochet with bamboo. I wouldn't crochet with bamboo, but that's a personal thing. You can crochet with wool. You can crochet with spaghetti. You know what? You don't have to just use acrylic because you want to crochet. And the idea that crochet is viewed as an acrylic only redheaded stepchild of the fiber arts community is just wrong. I have yarn that is not bulky. I have yarn that is not 100% acrylic, that can't be substituted for an SOS pad. I have yarn that knitters would go, oh my God, that's so nice. That is because just because I only use one and you have to use two doesn't mean that my craft is less than yours. That's what I'm trying to get at when I say, I kind of lost the plot a little bit there. What my point is I want us to kind of take a closer look at different yarns that don't necessarily, different yarns that can be used, even if you want to just make blankets, if you just want to make scarves, you can still make those kind of items. It doesn't have to be bottom of the barrel, cheapest yarn. And when I say cheap, I don't mean the monetary value. I mean the way it feels. Because, again, I have my 3 little parameters that I use to judge a yarn. And if you like using acrylic, that's cool too. I'm saying we don't have to just use acrylic. So my idea is I'm going to do a tour of my closet of shame at different yarns, and maybe like ask you what I should make with the closet of shame yarns, because I would really like to clear out my closet of shame. And I just call it that because in that closet I have homeschool supplies, and my last child graduated 2 years ago, so I really shouldn't. And also old musical instruments and old scrapbooking materials, and there's other stuff in there. Plus there's a little dresser thing that has yarn in it that I just haven't put anywhere else. So that's the closet of shame. I have plenty of yarn that I can make into something, but I want you to help me with that. So, maybe for the next couple of months, that's what we do. So I will use that in order to, now I remember. So I want to use September to be my tutorials or stitch reviews, or just kind of like that kind of thing. There's probably going to be a couple of unboxings, or probably not any hauls, because again, locally my yarn selection is almost nil, and really, but I might just review things that are already in my stash and come to you for some ideas as to what to do with it, because some of the stuff I've just had because I haven't thought of anything else to do with. You know what I'm saying? That's future plans. Hand-dyed yarn inspired by rock and roll. So back when I was doing soap, basically that was probably my unofficial tagline. It was handmade soaps inspired by rock and roll, because almost every name I had for my soaps had something to do with a song. I had Smells Like Teen Spearmint, Smells Like Sharp Dress Man, we did When Suds Cry, we did my brain just went completely blank. What is wrong with me? Anyway, if there could be a pun that was soap associated and also music associated, I did it. Okay, that's all I'm going to say with that. I know that sock yarn and fingering weight is used interchangeably, and I think true sock yarn is supposed to have nylon in it, because the nylon helps with stretch, but also kind of thickens it up so that it'll last longer, because of wear and tear for socks. So I'm not basing that off of anything other than just things that I've kind of picked up in my fiber journey. But I feel like people call it sock yarn just because it's fingering weight, but it's not the same as true sock yarn. I'm saying all that because this does not feel the same as this, and they're both superwash wool, but this one has nylon in it, and this one feels like you can feel the nylon, the stretchy. I hope y'all understand what I'm trying to say. See, this is one of those things that I would like to do a deeper dive about. Just, fingering weight yarn versus sock yarn. If that's something that you would be interested in, please let me know. I did not know this, but mohair was all over the place in the 1980s. What is happening? I didn't know, but again, and then after looking at all of the mohair, I remembered I had some yarn that I got from Ben Franklin. So as a kid, and it was Jiffy. It was Jiffy I was going to say popcorn. It was Jiffy yarn, and it was fuzzy. And I think it was the brushed acrylic. And because I didn't know anything about yarn weights and any of that, and I took a trip when we moved from Louisiana to Michigan, my senior year in high school, the whole trip I crocheted a blanket with all of the yarn that I had, not realizing that one should never do that, because I changed hooks whenever I felt like it. And I had that big that big like baby blue Q hook. So I'm using that with like, you know, baby weight yarn, and the blanket was humongous when I got finished. In some places it had, you know, stitches that were like this tall, because I didn't know treble crochets were a thing. I was inventing stuff back in the 80s and nobody gave me credit for that. I had all kinds of stitches and sizes, and there was no shape. The shape was just blah. If you could crochet a splat, that was what my blanket was. It had mohair parts, and it had baby yarn parts, and it had a lot of red heart parts. I can remember I had a lot of baby colors, like, you know, the pastel variegated, because Ben Franklin was going out of business, and so all of the yarn was marked down to like, I don't know, 25 cents, and that was like the perfect price for me, I guess. Not realizing that the Jiffy whatever furry yarn was supposed to be like mohair whatever, because again, mohair was everywhere in the 80s. I didn't buy as much yarn last month as I did in June, thank goodness. I don't have any plans to buy anything in August. Let me think. Have I already placed it? I haven't. You know what? I'm not even gonna say that. In September, I do want to go ahead and do like that deep dive of the Closet of Shame, but also to kind of just look more into yarn and understanding just different yarns and stuff. Like, it's an educational thing, but you know, I'm not going to be like Bueller. I'm not going to do that, because I can't. I'm going to make it exciting. If that's something that you're just going to like completely like tune out for, you can tell me. That's not going to hurt my feelings any. I want us to be able to, you know, I don't want y'all to feel like the only reason that I put up videos is to enable you to purchase unnecessary products. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I realize that everybody is influenced in different ways. I want to influence you to use your stash, but don't be afraid to purchase new stash if you want to do that. I don't want you to feel like, well, I have to get it because Jackie told me. Because no, it's, first of all, buy what you love or don't buy it. You know, like, you know, with the GlamFam colorway, not everybody was able to buy any, and I almost wasn't able to buy any, to be perfectly honest with you. And then when I bought one, someone else placed an order for the yarn after we had received it. So I ended up sending her my personal hank, because I didn't want her to be without, because she had purchased after everybody else. Anyway, it's a whole thing. But my point is that I want to encourage you to make new things. I want to encourage you to learn new things. Enjoy your yarn, play with your yarn. Don't feel bad about buying yarn, but at the same time, don't feel like you have to buy something because Jackie said to. I want to help you increase in your love of crochet, your appreciation for your craft, and to tell those naysayers out there, no, it's kick rocks, pound sand. That's what I'm saying. Okay, if you like this video, please like this video, comment below, and also share this video. Okay, I did the thing. All right, hit that subscribe button, and whatever you do, don't forget to rock that notification bell. Until next time, I've been Jackie.